Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be coaching Seiji4. Now, I'm not really going to be coaching him. I'm mostly going to be overviewing his gameplay. And I'm going to be kind of commentating on shit that he's doing that y'all shouldn't do. And then I'm going to be showing you guys reference clips and everything like that to kind of explain the thought process and like how to do certain shit. But yeah, I saw this like little challenge that he's doing. And yeah, so I wanted to just kind of watch this video and kind of just go over it with y'all. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alright. Oh man, he did. Alright. Yo, alright. First thing I'm gonna go over, right? Now, HAKUDA shit. Right, yeah, I'm gonna go back like a couple seconds. Alright, if you land a spine run, if y'all are on HAKUDA and you land a spine run, just like this, right? Any move is true after. I don't know why he didn't do nothing, but any move is true after. You didn't have to wait for him, okay? So a lot of people like to do spine run and then they'll Sero grab right after. It's true. So, alright. We're gonna look at the first match here, right? So he closes in, right? He tries to do a demonic embrace at the start, right? Now, let me tell you guys something. Now, obviously Sage, he's having a good time. He doesn't have his brain on right now. But in times like this, if you turn on your brain, I'm gonna tell you guys what to do, right? The first thing you should be doing if you start a match, instead of just like going up to them and trying to use your starter, you wait and see what they do first. Alright, I do this in my rank matches. A lot of times I won't even flash step as soon as I get into the rank match. You know what I'm saying? I will just go up to them and I'll wait and see what they do. Because usually the first thing that they do in like people's rank match is what they will do 100% of the time next time you fight them. Alright? But yeah. Okay, so he's in a bad server, right? Okay, so he's in a bad server. Let me explain to you guys something, right? Ping in this game is too important. It is too important, y'all. So I'm gonna be putting shit on the screen right now, right? The settings. If you guys want the lowest ping possible, please put on these settings. Alright, the effect detail, okay, yeah, let me warn this too. If you turn the effect detail to 0, you won't be able to see, I think it's time cut, fast fang, some other moves too, but you just can't see them. But I'm gonna explain why that doesn't matter. But basically, it doesn't matter because SFX is gonna be way more important than VFX. Alright, if y'all play with music, then don't do this. But basically, you can't see it, but you can see the anim, but you just can't see the VFX. But you can still hear it, okay? That might have been a little confusing, but basically, that's all you need to know is that you can hear it, but you just can't see it, okay? So if someone fast fangs you, you just can't see like the little slashes that are around you, but you can still parry it, dodge it, whatever, blah blah blah. So same with time cut, okay? Alright, I'm gonna go over another thing real quick here, alright? You see what he's doing? If you guys don't notice, but Seiji4 right now, he doesn't have his brain on. You can tell that he doesn't have his brain on. It's because he's just W keying everything. He's basically just trying to play aggressive as possible. He's going up to him. He's just trying to basically like, he doesn't have his brain on right now, which is fine. But it's a bad habit to do this, and I'm gonna explain to y'all why, right? And this happens with people like Seiji4 because it's natural. He plays ABA, you know what I'm saying? So this is like a natural instinct for him. But basically, right? If someone is playing naturally aggressive in type soul, they already lost. Now I'm gonna explain y'all why, okay? This game is not a normal game, alright? It's not. Like, game design wise, like everything like clumped up together, it's basically one big clusterfuck, okay? Like they don't have like an intention for you to play it, you just kind of play it, okay? But what is the best method to play in this game? Instead of being naturally aggressive, you need to be naturally defensive. Now, like I said, I explained this in my other videos, but countering people is so important, and I don't mean like negation or shit like that. I mean just like countering moves, dodging moves, and punishing, because that is like that natural defense type of playstyle. That is what everyone does in high elo, and it's what every comp player does. It's what that's how people learn to play the game. Because in a normal fighting game, you would expect to be aggressive because it's normal, right? Or like this type of game, you need to play naturally defensive. And it's not, I don't even blame Seiji4 because that's just bad game design, honestly. But yeah. Okay, so he goes down here, right? And back on that naturally defensive part, right? You notice this, right? Like you can notice this in your own fights. I don't know if, cause I used to have this issue too. When I would get low, I would play way better. I did this in Deep Booking too. But basically when people are lower, they're gonna get more defensive, right? So naturally in type soul, if you're lower and if you notice that you're doing better when you're lower, please start like playing like that 24/7, because in type soul you need to be naturally defensive even while you're full HP. So, and a lot of people struggle with this because, and it's not even like on them, it's just a bad game design. But yeah, please be naturally defensive when you're playing this game. Start punishing people off counters, and try to bait things. Like, you're mostly baiting people, but yeah. Alright, second match. I'm gonna see how he starts it off, right? Throws a pulse. Okay. You see what I mean though? Natural aggression, right? You see how he just like Tor reaches like just the air and then he starts a combo, right? Like, he didn't intend for this to happen. It just happened because he's naturally just like, he's just trying to attack that player. You know what I'm saying? Alright, he blocks that. You see, this is a good thing from Sage, right? He blocks his fine Ren. Okay. Crazy blitzes him. If you guys didn't know, Crazy Blitz does have hyper armor and it's uncancelable. Okay, so if you guys are getting like your head beat in, I think, no, I don't think, I know you can just literally press Crazy Blitz and you can get out like the other player's combo. If you're fighting another HAKUDA, it's better to block a move first, then you use Crazy Blitz because it kind of forces them in the air to kind of like, I don't know, they're not gonna dodge it properly yet. I don't know, because I think you can dodge it, so it's better to use it in the air. Okay, so he gets baited here. Crits him into there. Good cons with his teammate, I like that. Demonic brace is nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna go over this, right? When you guys are using a catcher, you see how he just, I don't know if I can, but basically, right? You see he uplifts him, right? Let's get back too far, but basically, right? You see how he M1s him right here, right? And then he demonics embrace right away when you already see him blocking, right? Now I'm gonna tell y'all, this is just like him naturally doing it. Like, this is just him pressing 1. He's not looking at the opponent, he's looking at his hotbar because he's trying to combo, right? But it's better to just, like in this case, I would M1 him, wait for him to dash, then demonic, okay? Because it's not gonna hit him through the block, obviously. But you need to read the other player, right? You're not just looking at your hotbar, okay? I feel like CG4, if he plays so zoomed in, I feel like he's looking mostly at his character and at his moves, okay? It's always better to look at them. Like, you could be playing so zoomed out, like, but it's always better to be looking at the opponent, okay? Because when you see what they're doing, it gives you more chances to react and assess. I'm gonna skip through that match because his teammate basically just, he handed them, okay? But, okay, we're gonna go over his third match right here. Okay. And you see, it's a bad habit he does. You see in the last 3 matches how he started them off with demonic embrace, right? You notice this? I'm pointing this out now because I'm telling you, remember that point I said when the first thing that they do in the beginning of their match, they will do it 100% of the time? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, people do the same thing every match. And I'm telling y'all, it's better just to wait and watch them because then they don't know what you're doing. So, it's okay because I used to do this the whole time, but... Okay, so he immediately spine rends when he gets short into the air. Now, I'm gonna go over one thing real quick right here, right? If you get shoried into the air, and your first reaction is to just counter, right? Sometimes this could backfire, depending on who you're fighting, right? So if you're fighting a bad player who's not really turning on their brain, they will probably get hit by this, right? But most of the time, good players, they will block your spine rend and punish you while you're in the air. So to do this, right? If you shori, or you get shoried, and you're looking at them, right? One, they're either gonna spine rend, and if they don't spine rend, then they're going to use a guard break. So you have to kind of try to dodge or parry first before you use a hyper armor move. It's better to do that instead of just automatically using spine rend and then you get fucked for it. Okay. So just remember that every time you get shoried or anytime you're looking for like a hyper armor move to get out, people that are good enough can read it. They can read it. You just have to play. You just have to watch them and see what they're doing. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go over this one more time. So Sage spine rends him, right? Dodge variant, then he gets hit back, okay? Now, there's nothing Sage really could have done, except if he knew that he had a dodge, he could have, but it's hard to kind of tell if someone has a dodge in this game. There's no indicator or nothing that they have it on them. They can only see it for themselves, so... Okay. See what I'm talking about right there? With that crazy blitz? Now, in this sense, the guy, like, when he used it right here, I don't know how this hit, I'm gonna be honest. That should not have hit. But you guys get what I was talking about. That crazy blitz is a hyper armor move. You see how I did that M1 into demonic? It's just like natural instinct for him. Bro, he's not reading his opponent, he's not looking at him. So he doesn't know. He didn't watch and wait for him to dash. So boom, he uses hyper armor right here, right? Okay, he won against that guy, but you guys see that there is a lot to be taken in. Okay, I could literally go on and on about that fight, but I don't want to make this video too crazy because I'm already recording. It's been 15 minutes, okay? But you guys see that while I'm spectating, you can already point out obvious things, right? And I hope you guys are learning from this, like my tips and shit. I hope that's the goal. I just want this shit to be educational, informational content. So, but you guys see that there's a lot to go over, right? Right. So right now he's probably gonna lose this fight. Okay, he's giggling with his teammate. He's fighting speed. He doesn't know how to fight speed. I noticed that Seiji 4 doesn't know how to fight a lot of fast moving things, right? And that's okay. A lot of people don't because it's hard to react to. That was a good craze blitz, but you see how it's not cancelable. See how he dashed and then he used it, right? It wasn't intentional, but it just helps more. Oh my gosh. If you're playing HAKUDA, right? And you're playing like it's ABA, you're W keying, you're throwing out moves, you're kind of just attacking the opponent without thinking, bro, you gotta pack that shit up, okay? Let me tell y'all something right here. You should only be using moves if you know that they're guaranteed to land, especially on HAKUDA. So if I'm in a parry fight, right? What I would try to do is I would try to parry someone, dodge, or perfect dodge someone, and then I will try to Tori reach them into the air, right? Like I'm gonna be in their face, because if I know that I'm in the air, I will be able to get at least a bar of damage off. And I'm gonna explain why. In the air, you are guaranteed a bar of damage, 100%. If you get them into the air and you M1 feint, you are most likely going to hit that negation or death flare, right? Both of them guard break. So you use death flare first because of guard breaks, then you M1 feint into negation, okay? Most likely they're not going to parry this. And if you're lucky, you will be able to get another guard break off into a spine rend, into a Sero grab, or you could do a craze blitz. M1 feint, craze blitz. M1 feint, spine rend. Shit is so hard to parry in the air. You have to realize that this is bad game design, okay? Because when you're in the air, you're forced to stay right in front of each other. You're not, you know, you don't have any free form in the air. So when you're playing HAKUDA and you're in the air, it is too easy to get damage. It is really easy. So once y'all learn how to master this, I'm telling y'all, y'all will become better players. Alright, I promise you. If you guys are playing HAKUDA and you're watching this video, man, I gotta get like a HAKUDA guide or something. I gotta hop on HAKUDA just to really show y'all that this shit is really good. It is really good. But it's just, it's you gotta learn. You gotta learn that the game is not a W key machine. You have to play defensively. That's just how you play the game, and that's okay. But alright, I'm yapping. Let me continue. Okay, he was mostly gonna lose that anyway, but he was panicking towards the end there. Like he was panicking at the end there, and that's okay. Like he was low, but instead of panicking and worrying about so much losing your elo, when you guys start queuing matches, bro. Okay, alright. Let me say this shit too, right? When y'all start queuing matches, stop thinking like oh, like dang, like I don't want to lose right now. Like don't play to win, play to learn. Alright? If you play to learn, you're gonna grow faster because you're not gonna do this shit day one, right? You need to learn and you need to get playtime, but to help, you need to change your mindset. Is that you want to learn, you don't want to play to win. But yes, so sure. Let's see what he goes into. Let's see if he does a demonic. See every time. Back on that point one, he does it every time. That's okay, but get out that habit. Get out that habit. He can. I don't know why he's not extending off spine rend, but good absolute. Now, listen, I'm gonna go over absolute defense and negation right here, especially when you're fighting keto. Your counters are your best friends. They're not gonna let you get close, right? But when they put auto-tracking projectiles in this game, right, and that do really high posture, and you can only block maybe 1 or 2 moves before you get guard broken, it's good to have these type of moves, okay? If I'm getting Sero Oscars to the face, right, like I'm gonna go back right here. Sero Oscars to the face. Like right here too, before the ball out, and then he throws the ball out, right? Then he does that, and I think he throws a projectile out, yeah. So he throws this projectile out, right? Now, you could easily negation this, but he doesn't do it for some reason. And then this right here, I would absolute, right? You're taking 3 bars of posture that is basically confirmed true. That's how keto is, and that's how keto will always be in this game. Is that you're taking confirmed posture. So if you're on a speed tree or kendo or something without a counter in your script, you are not gonna have a good time fighting keto. Like it's very hard to beat someone that's playing keto that the projectiles can guard break you and like have really low CDs. So if you're playing on HAKUDA, you want to be using these 2 moves, absolute and negation. You want to make sure that they're always in your kit. He misses the counter here, but that's okay. Right now he's just getting hit by all of his projectiles. He doesn't have his counters up, so right now, yeah, you see how the projectile just follows him into the air. Boom, he gets into that. He does it, and he still wins. I was very surprised that he won that fight, I'm not gonna lie, but... Okay, we're gonna go to the end of this fight. Okay, so they do switch, okay. Okay, so Flower is just VFX on your screen. Okay, so we're gonna watch him fight this Flower right now, okay? So, basically, I'm not gonna lie, Flower is definitely, like, definitely A+ tier. I think it got nerfed, but it's definitely still A+, but basically, Flower is just VFX on your fucking screen. There's no, like... There's no, I don't know how to explain this, but it's just shit on your screen. It's very easy to parry once you actually digest the moveset. But yeah, you see that Sage, he just kind of throws the moves out. He's not using his brain. But yeah, no, that was winnable, but Sage just panicked because he saw his teammate die, and that instinctively caused him to think, okay, so this guy is better than his teammate, so that means he has to lock in. But he just starts kind of panicking. He's not thinking straight, he's throwing moves out, and that's okay to be doing that, alright? But yeah, make sure y'all are not doing that. Okay, so this is the last match I'm gonna go over, only because this video is very, very long. I have to edit this, but... Okay, they look to be fighting actual good players now. So this guy's on Kendo, so he's on a respectable build. I think that he's on a respectable build, we'll see. Okay, that's a perfect chance to go over, right? You see how when he gets into there, right? And he parries this, right? Because it is expected it's expected that he's gonna do it, right? Because it's what a lot of people do. This is where the feinting comes in. If y'all are in the air and you're not feigning M1s to do moves, it's gonna be a hard time, because when you're fighting good people that know how to, like, just parry simple shit, it's gonna be annoying to fight them, because they're gonna keep parrying you. You're not gonna get your damage off in the air, and you're in the air, that is your time to go crazy. Like, so make sure y'all are M1 feinting, whiffing moves, or just like getting posture off. Like, I know some people like use their res just to like poke them, so they'll be like, get them in the air and then they'll do stock, and then like they'll like be forced to block, so then you do negation. You know what I'm saying? They'll just be panicking in the air. It's just mainly mix-ups, right? But once you get that first hit off with the negation or the death flare, the rest is all easy, because you know what they do, the same thing, so you just repeat it, right? And if they're good, they'll parry it, and if they're not, then you know for next time when you get them up in the air. So he whiffs that, right? He gets him in the air. You see how he waits? He could have punished him, but he waited, like he knew to block. But if Sage just like feinted and then into a death flare, he would have got the guard break off, because he held block right there. At this point, this guy right here, he's pissed. So Dreamy would be pissed in the situation. He just got hit by, like, he dashed away and he hit him with the Sail Grab. I know, you know he's pissed. So in a state like that, if you're getting hit by random bullshit, you have to accept that it's RNG. Not RNG, but just random timing factors. Okay. So right now he's calmed down. He realizes that he's winning, this guy. So he's gonna play like super differently. He's just gonna start playing more aggressive. So he gets a guard break, right? Spine Run into... Okay, so he pops Let's there. Gets him into the air, guard breaks him. Negation. Stock. Nice. So that crit wasn't true, but basically that stock, it confused the fuck out of him. Stock is a really good mix-up in the air, because you're kind of just like poking them. They don't know what they get hit by, and then their first instinct is to block the next move. And then they finish it off like this. This is pretty great gameplay, I'm not gonna lie. So they won. Alright, so they did win their match. Alright. We learned a lot. And I kind of went over this match, and this guy right here, this is good. This guy is good. Alright, you can tell he's good. When he gets him up in the air, he's not immediately holding F, which is what a lot of people do. The average player will do. So you can tell people are good if they actually just turn on their brains to fight. But remember these things, okay? You can notice them from these fights. If you're on HAKUDA, this is a good video for you. But just fight to learn. Don't fight to win, okay? Play defensively instead of aggressively. And that doesn't mean S-King, okay guys? So you guys confuse playing defensively for S-King when it's not like that at all. When I say play defensively, I mean countering. Not move countering people's abilities, countering their moves. And that does come with playtime, but that is the most efficient way to play in my eyes. That is what works for me, that's what works for a lot of people. So a lot of comp people, a lot of top 50, a lot of top 10s, they use that method, okay? But anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. This video took me 33 minutes to make. Not too crazy, but this editing might be crazy. So, hey y'all, have a good one.